Y'all know how Trump and Vance and their merry band of sycophants are pushing that lie that Haitian immigrants are eating pets? Well, they forget Haitian Americans actually vote in America. So this is actually coming out of Florida, and it seems like Trump wants to put Florida in play for the Democrats. It says, big mistake. South Florida Haitians slam Trump's false claim about immigrants eating pets.
And not far from here, the 4,000 person town of Charleroi. Do people, oh, you know Charleroi? In Charleroi, Pennsylvania, has seen a 2,000% increase in the population of their town. Do you know that, right? They have all, has your town changed slightly? Where are you from, Charleroi? Put up, okay, good. I just took a picture with that handsome guy. So, has your, would you say your town has changed just a little bit over the last couple of months? It's like, is it a different place, totally different place? It's what? It's completely different. Where are the other people that started screaming about Charleroi? Where are they? Okay, has your beautiful town changed? Yes. It's you can't do it.
Growing up, Nathan Gabriel was teased for his Haitian heritage. He's now growing increasingly concerned about the claims former President Donald Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance, made at the national stage regarding Haitian immigrants, and that anxiety has empowered him to push others to vote. Being Haitian is a blessing, said Gabriel, the president of the Haitian Student Union at Florida International University. Never let a classmate, coworker, or even a vice president nominee and a former president tell you different. Like Gabriel, about 200 people, mainly members of the South Florida Haitian community, and dozens of local political leaders gathered outside North Miami City Hall on Sunday afternoon to rally against the baseless claim made by the Trump campaign. The event was hosted by a Miami-Dade Democratic Haitian caucus. If there was ever a time to stand and defend ourselves, it is right now, especially when the comments come from anyone in a position of power, especially a former president and a current vice president candidate. And so here they are, protesting. Standing before the crowd in the blistering sun, Debbie McCurcell-Powell, who's running against Senator Rick Scott, slammed Scott for his party's response to the comments about Haitian immigrants. Scott, in an interview with conservative news outlet, said the situation sounds pretty scary for the citizens of Springfield. He later praised the state's Haitian population, saying he has a great relationship with them. McCurcell-Powell emphasized that more than 500,000 Haitians living in Florida can sway who is elected president in November. In recent weeks, the Trump campaign has falsely stated that Haitian immigrants living in southwestern Ohio City are abducting and eating local wildlife and their neighbors' pets. Trump repeated the racist tropes rooted in a centuries-old racist trope of vilifying newcomers to the United States during the September 10th debate against VP Harris. Karen Graves, a spokesperson for the city of Springfield, Ohio, said in a statement, there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. Mr. Trump made one big mistake, said Heather Pierre Joseph, president of the Democratic Haitian Caucus of Florida. He forgot that we are 5 generations in. The first boatload of Haitians landed on the coast of Pompeo Beach in December 1973. It is wild. It is wild that Trump and Vance want to push so many people away. They are not a party that welcomes people. They are a party that denigrates people. They basically say, I dare you to vote for me. I'm going to insult you. I'm going to make sure to stereotype you. And I still want somebody to vote for me. I don't know who's going to vote for these people, but basically it sounds like they are trying to lie and steal the election by impacting the Electoral College some kind of way. So this next video is coming out of the Boston Haitian community. They are really rallying for Kamala Harris and against Trump for all of the vitriol that they are spewing against the Haitian community. And after that video, there are criminal charges coming out of the Haitian community in California against Trump. So that video will follow this video.
Bonjour! Bonjour! Bon après-midi! Bon après-midi! No one say Enrique Pepin. I'm the District 5 Boston City Councilor representing Mattapan, Hyde Park, and Roslindale. But today, I'm proud to stand with you against hate. Yes. The discrimination that we have heard from the former president is disgusting. But our Madam President forgot to say something. Now, whenever there's a Haitian event in the city of Boston, it is sunny. Because the Haitian community brings brightness to our country. It is the Haitian community running the businesses. The Haitian community taking care of the city. When I was young, this is a story I don't share a lot. I used to take the school bus. And I was a little chubby dude on the school bus. So I used to get bullied a lot. It was a Haitian bus driver that protected me and made sure to speak with my parents. And that's why I'm always forever grateful to the Haitian community to stand with you as an ally. Let's fight together against hate, not only today, but every day. Thank you for having me.
And we begin with breaking news. Criminal charges have been filed against former President Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance, for making false claims and more about Springfield. ABC 6's Steve Levine joining us live right now with the details. And Steve, who is filing these charges?
Terry, this information is just coming into our newsroom. A California Haitian organization filed the criminal charges in Clark County Municipal Court using a state statute that allows private citizens to file criminal charges. Trump and Vance accused of disrupting public service, making false claims, committing telecommunicating harassment, communicating and committing aggravated menacing, violating the prohibition against complicity. The nonprofit Haitian Bridge Alliance, a national nonprofit organization, claims in its filing the charges stem from the devastating harm of Trump and Vance's baseless fear-mongering that legal Haitian immigrants in Springfield are eating their pets. The group claims in its legal action, Trump and Vance made wild accusations that have been repeatedly debunked by both city and state officials and many responsible news organizations. ABC 6 has reached out to the Trump-Vance campaign and are waiting to hear back from them. The decision as to if these criminal charges go forward is up to the Springfield city prosecutor, county prosecutor. We reached out to them and are awaiting comment. When we get information, we'll let you know. Steve Levine, ABC 6 News.
Now let's move to Weird AF J.D. Vance. He went to a grocery store to have some kind of speech because obviously these people are having a challenging time bringing people along to listen to their pep talkies. So this is from the Daily Mail. It says J.D. left with egg on his face after observers spot embarrassing detail during campaign stop. So they keep cracking egg jokes about J.D. Vance. Anyways, it says a new clip of J.D. Vance complaining about egg prices at a campaign stop to a supermarket has some claiming he's got his facts scrambled. All right. It says Vance was appearing at a grocery store in Reading, Pennsylvania earlier this weekend as he tries to flip the state red for himself and Donald Trump. While surveying the market with his two children, Vance went over to the egg section and used it as an example of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's inflation driving up prices. Look at the prices here. Things are way too expensive, and they're way too expensive because of Kamala Harris's policies. His son then interrupted him and appeared to point to the egg cartons behind him. Yes, buddy, want some eggs? Let's talk about eggs, because these guys actually eat about 14 eggs every single morning, Vance said, pointing to the boys. And then he went on to say that the egg prices were $4 when the sign behind them said $2.99. Literally, if you're going to say something, you could at least actually look at what's going on in the supermarket around you. So here Vance is standing in front of eggs. The price tags that I have circled are actually $2.99. As he's talking to the crowd, it looks like he's actually holding maybe an 18 count, but he gets it wrong. And here is the video.
Eggs, when Kamala Harris took office, were short of $1.50 a dozen. Now a dozen eggs will cost you around $4 thanks to Kamala Harris's inflationary policies. Pennsylvania actually has seen some of the worst grocery price increases of the entire nation, and again, it's because she cast the deciding vote on the Inflation Explosion Act. I think we want Pennsylvanians to be able to afford groceries. We want our young families to be able to buy food at a reasonable price at the grocery store, and the only way to do that is to get back to common sense economic policies and fire Kamala Harris. This is a person who's presided over a $1,000 increase in monthly expenses. Just to afford the same life you could have afforded 3.5 years ago, it costs you over $1,000 a month here in Pennsylvania. We can do so much better. We certainly will. And as the father of a couple of kids who eat a whole lot, we certainly need to do better for the next generation. God bless you guys.
Now let's move on to Mark Robinson. The whole thing breaking last week has been amazing. Definitely some great drama. Some of the things that he typed, I cannot believe a Christian person would type those things. I am a heathen, and it had me clutching at my pearls like, oh my Lord, that's how it had me. But it must have made some of his top staff clutch their invisible pearls, because a bunch of them quit after that whole scandal went down last week. 4 top staff members on Mark Robinson's campaign team have resigned from their roles, the campaign announced on Sunday, 3 days after the embattled Republican candidate for North Carolina governor denied making years-old salacious posts on a Korn website. Conrad Pogorzelski III, Robinson general consultant and senior advisor, campaign manager Chris Rodriguez, finance director Heather Willier, and deputy campaign manager Jason Risk all stepped down just weeks before the election, according to a press release from Robinson's campaign. Robinson, who vowed on Thursday not to exit the race, remained defiant. In a statement, the current North Carolina lieutenant governor said polls have consistently underestimated Republican support in the state, and he believes a large portion of the electorate is still undecided. The press release stated an announcement of the new incoming staff members will be forthcoming from the campaign soon. Absentee ballots are set to go out widely this week to voters who requested them, and they were already sent to military and overseas voters on Friday. Polling in recent weeks has shown Robinson down by more than a dozen points in some cases, trailing Democrat Josh Stein, the state's attorney general, for the seat currently held by Democratic Governor Roy Cooper. Republican officials in the state believe Robinson's chances of winning the seat are now nearly non-existent. On Thursday, news reports broke about his past online activities, including making posts on an adult website called Nude Africa, and that he enjoys watching training on girl porn, and that he was a black schnazi. Oh man, this man. Some of the things, if you actually wanted to read, I couldn't read because of censorship on these platforms. And it said that his email address was linked to an Ashley Madison account that is an account for married people who want to have an affair. The wild thing is this man was using the same handle on these adult sites and the same email address on these adult sites. And that is quite wild to me. They make catching them so easy. But, that just goes to show how sad these people are. What kind of candidates are the Republicans fielding? I'm glad that they're doing this. But is this the only kind of colored folks they can find? The other man, Roy White out of Minnesota, is a red pill dude. I wonder how his campaign is going. If anybody is out in Minnesota, please chime in and let me know how his campaign is going. But is this the best that they can do. Anyway, join the conversation. Let me know what you think about all of this. Don't forget to like, comment.
Well, look, the allegations are pretty far out there, of course, but I know that allegations aren't necessarily reality. And what I'd say is it's ultimately up to Mark Robinson in North Carolina whether he's going to be their governor and whether he wants to stay in the race.
Do you believe him that those were not his posts?
I don't not believe him. I don't believe him. I just think that you have to let these things sometimes play out in the court of public opinion.
He deserves a chance to defend himself, Mark Robinson. The charges are beyond unnerving. If they're true, he's unfit to serve for office. If they're not true, he has the best lawsuit in the history of the country for libel. He needs to do more, in my view. He has a right to defend himself. He has an obligation to defend himself.
Look, I've seen these allegations, Jake, and they're concerning allegations. He owes the people of North Carolina...
The Shekels thing was under his name on his Facebook page.
He owes the people of North Carolina more answers about it.
Do you think that Trump should still support Mark Robinson in North Carolina?
I'll leave that to President Trump, and most importantly, I'll leave it to the people of North Carolina. That is one state. We're talking about a presidential race that is going to affect every American at a time when a third of Americans can't even afford their groceries.
And Donald Trump supported him and endorsed him. In fact, called him better than Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids.
That's right.
Right? So this was predictable, and this is the problem for us Republicans. As long as Donald Trump is your recruiting agent for candidates in swing states, we're going to continue to get our rear ends handed to us.